Shocking images of Bengal bloodbath, and now a political blame game has erupted in Bengal after that horrific arson and subsequent murder of 6 women, 2 children also. The Calcutta High Court has taken suo motu cognizance of this case and has given the matter over to Mamata Banerjee government at the state level and time till tomorrow 2 p.m. to submit a report and a case diary. Here's a timeline of what happened and how politics has erupted after those charred bodies were found from Bengal.
The bloodbath in Birbhum has sent shockwaves across West Bengal. Political murders are not new to the state, but the heinous nature of the crime has sent shivers down everyone's spine. On Monday, a bomb explosion killed TMC's Panchayat office bearer Bhadu Sheikh, triggering deadly violence. Hours later, several homes were set ablaze in Birbhum district's Rampur Hat. 6 women and 2 children, shut inside the houses, were charred to death. Eyewitnesses have shared harrowing details of the arson.
বাড়িতে যে একটা বাড়িতে মোটামুটি আপনার 7 জন আমাদের পরিবারের লোক ওই বাড়িতে ঢুকে গিয়ে তালা মেরে দিয়েছিল। কারণ তালা মারলো এই কারণে তারা মুখে বলছিল যে এই বাড়ির মেয়েদিকে ফ্যামিলিদিকে সব শেষ করে দেব, কাউকে রাখবো না, যত লোক আছে ছেলে মেয়ে বিবি বাচ্চা সবকে শেষ করে দেব।
You can see burn marks. The actual house where the initial fire that swept it off completely and 7 bodies were recovered was the house that is in front of this particular house that we are showing you. The sad part is that there are people who have left this particular village amidst this incident that has shaken the entire state.
The bloodshed in Birbhum has raised questions on the law and order situation in the state, with the West Bengal Governor Jagdeep Dhankar and Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee locking horns in what seemed like a full-blown war over the killings. The Calcutta High Court, meanwhile, has taken cognizance of the arson case after the West Bengal BJP approached them. Mamata Banerjee has also hit out at the Saffron Party, accusing them of going to court at the drop of a hat.
চলে যাচ্ছে কোর্টে, কাশলেও চলে যাচ্ছে কোর্টে। এতদিন কোথায় ছিলে ভাই? কই উন্নয়ন নিয়ে তো কিছু হয় না।
With the chief minister supposedly on the back foot, the opposition is mounting pressure, demanding her resignation.
दर्दनाक हत्या, बच्चों और महिलाओं को घर में ठोस करके आग लगा दिया जाता है। तो इसलिए वो सरकार कुछ भी बोले, ममता बनर्जी पूरा देश में घूम रही है, लेकिन बंगाल को अपने भाग पर छोड़ दिया।
ममता बनर्जी को बंगाल का जनता का सामने माफी मांग के उनको त्याग पत्र दे देना चाहिए, कारण पुलिस मंत्री रहने का जिम्मेदार वो नहीं निभा पाया।
The Congress has accused the TMC of demonic rule in West Bengal.
जो बंगाल में माँ माटी मानुष की सरकार कहते हैं, वो माँ माटी मानुष की नहीं, वो दस्युओं का ये मतलब ये दानवों का सरकार है। वह मानव राज नहीं बल्कि दानव राज चल रहे हैं।
While the BJP has raised the Birbhum killings in Lok Sabha, a delegation of the party has already visited the crime scene in West Bengal.
पश्चिम बंगाल में लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन पूरी तरह से ध्वस्त हो चुका है, इसलिए हम चाहते हैं पश्चिम बंगाल में केंद्रीय हस्तक्षेप करे और केंद्रीय सरकार यहाँ पे अपना जो अधिकार है संविधान में दिया गया है उस अधिकार को केंद्र सरकार प्रयोग करे।
Bureau Report, India Today.
And India Today ensuring it is on the ground, tracking every latest development coming in. Suryagni Roy, my colleague, is in Birbhum right now. He's joining me live from the location. What exactly happened, Suryagni? And importantly for now, let's talk first about politics. Because what Mamata Banerjee has said appeared to be, as BJP is claiming, trivializing the whole issue. BJP delegation has already visited. The left parties have also jumped in. How is politics brewing out on this absolutely heartbreaking tragedy?
Well, Pooja, absolutely. And the biggest question that, everyone is asking what happened on Monday night. Before, getting back to your question, answering it, I'll just show our viewers that particular house where 7 bodies were recovered on Tuesday morning. That is that sad place where that major incident happened. Was it lit on fire? Was it an accident? That is something that only time and the investigating reports will say. Now coming back to the politics part. So the BJP claims that it's an complete law and order failure. The Mamata Banerjee government has not been able to even, stop attacks on her own partymen. The reason why they say it is because both the sides are supposed to be associated with the Trinamool Congress. They started with this guy named the Upapradhan of this particular village named Bhadu Sheikh, who was bombed to death on Monday night, and following which this particular house and a couple down this particular lane were lit up. Now, how was this lit up? We still do not know. The investigation is still on. Coming back to the politics part of this entire story, Mamata Banerjee stated that she will not stop any delegation of any political party to come over here. The left front was here. They stated simply that they do not trust the sit. They want an independent judiciary. They do not even trust the CBI as per se. So they want a judicial independent inquiry. Only then can something positive come out of it. Now let's talk about the BJP. They were here. Shubhendu Adhikari was here some half an hour, 25 minutes back. Arjun Singh was here. We spoke to both of them. Both of them slammed this SIT. They say that, people who are in the SIT, the Special Investigating team, are not capable enough to take on this, because at the end of the day they will listen to Mamata Banerjee, and Mamata Banerjee's men are killing Mamata Banerjee's men. That's what Shubhendu Adhikari stated. Now, amidst all of this, the sad part is that normal people have lost their lives and they have been burnt to death. How did this happen? That is the biggest question. Now coming back to one more very important part that we picked up ever since we arrived here last evening. A lot of people are leaving this place. It doesn't, mean that, the entire village has vacated itself. There is no exodus as per se. But yes, a lot of people are leaving this particular part of the village, the part that is just in front of me. These houses are completely empty. However, there are people who are living in these particular houses on my back. Now, yes. What we have come to know is that, yes, Pooja.
So very important what you're telling us, that there's definitely a lot of fear, specifically people close to living that house. Remember, 6 women, 2 children died because the house was set on fire and then their charred bodies were discovered. But of course, investigation will reveal further what exactly happened. I request you to, Suryagni, stay on with me, because here's what we know so far about this horrific incident that has taken place and the violence in Birbhum. It started on 21st March, as what we are being told. There was on 21st March a bomb explosion that takes place in Birbhum village area, the house that we just showed you. On 21st March, then again, the TMC Panchayat worker Bhadu Sheikh gets killed in that explosion. Then, as a result, it appeared, several houses set ablaze after Sheikh's death. On 21st March itself, this means in turn 6 women, 2 little children were charred to death in Rampur Chat area. By 22nd March, a special investigation team is formed to investigate further into the Birbhum murders. Remember, a lot of lives already lost, a lot of fear, and people are leaving. What happens after that? Now, this with the bomb explosion that did take place on 21st March, it happened in Birbhum village and then followed by further deaths. But I want to go back to Suryagni because he's on location at this point. So, Suryagni, because while the investigation is still on at this point, what do you think exactly happened? Were they connected to the ruling party? What sort of war, as it appeared, was it personal rivalry? Any details coming in on that?
Well, Pooja, getting back to you, this started on the 21st, and what we have picked up, it didn't even start on 21st. It started some 6-7 years back. the Upapradhan, that is Bhadu Sheikh, who, on whom a bomb was hurled in Rampur Hat area, pretty near to his house. His house is just over here, not exactly over here, but somewhere nearer. This guy and the one whose house has been burnt, Sona Sheikh, they were, very close associates at one point of time. We have on record bites of villagers who have decided to stay back. They have clearly mentioned that at one point, almost 6-7 years back, these villagers, certain villagers were pushed off the village. Thanks to the duo that is trying to, apparently behind all of this entire episode. Like at one point, Sona and Bhadu used to work together. Then there was a fallout. Villagers claim that Bhadu's brother, Bahadur Sheikh, was killed by Sona himself, and following which he was arrested, and when he was released from the jail, he never came back. And ever since that, there has been bad blood between Bhadu and Sona. Yes. So if we understand this entire story, we do understand that it's somewhere at the end of the story there is core personal hatred,
and there will be an official investigation that needs to be immediately placed into it. Suryagini, you're on location. Stay safe yourself. Keep reporting. I'll come back to you shortly because this is a developing story. It's already led to loss of life there in Bengal. So 21st March, as I told you, a bomb explosion takes place in Birbhum village. It is followed by the TMC Panchayat worker Bhadu Sheikh's death. Death in the sense that he got killed because of that blast. Several houses are set ablaze hours after Sheikh's death. In turn, 6 women, 2 children, horrific death taking place when their house in Rampur Hat is then set ablaze. Just a day later, an SIT is formed. 2 separate cases for deaths have been formed. 3-member SIT constituted now by the Bengal government. So remember, a suo motu cognizance has now been taken in this case, and the matter is now being headed later, and also an investigation has started in this case. Now remember, the suo motu cognizance is for now the state government for also to submit about what exactly happened, a violence report. That needs to be done by 2 p.m. on Thursday. Installation, CCTV cameras in Rampur Hat will now also be investigated. Remember, all of that will perhaps show some evidence. District Judge, CFSL forensic team from Delhi will be now collecting the evidence. Bengal Director General of Police, IGP, will also ensuring eyewitnesses stay protected. The Calcutta High Court has said all of this, that the eyewitnesses will also be protected. Suo motu cognizance has been taken to ensure investigation is done fast, and by 2 p.m. tomorrow, a report will have to be submitted by the government.